So it's another beautiful day here in Washington, D.C. We're here at Logan Circle for the 4th of July, where protesters have gathered. You know, this is nothing new. You know, typically in modern American history, there's always some kind of protest on the 4th of July because a lot of Americans just don't feel like they're truly independent. So they usually gather to protest the 4th of July, among other matters. Today's protest is more than just protesting the 4th of July, as the protesters are going to march to the White House pretty soon, because around 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern is when President Trump is going to sign his long-awaited Big Beautiful Bill into law, which many did not think would reach his desk by July 4th, but, you know, Congress defied expectations and passed the bill, and it's on President Trump's desk today on July 4th. So the protesters are going to march to the White House. You know, we'll see how things go. We'll see what happens. But in the meantime, stay tuned for more.
Shout out to all of you who came out here today. A shout out to the people in Los Angeles, which is still occupied by National Guards and U.S.
To drive him out. Danger, danger, there's a fascist in the White House.
Danger, danger, there's a fascist in the White House.
It's up to us to drive him out. That's right.
What these assholes are doing is putting a knife in my heart. We are going to march to the White House. And we are going to declare our independence from a fascist America. Folks, if you're not joining us today, somewhere in America, get off your couch, get out of the air conditioning, and be at a protest. You know, it hurts, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. It hurts when you put 35 years of your life into a government, and then the government goes further into hell.
Say this year, things are different, this 4th of July. Now, I thought about it, it could be a perfect metaphor to say the 4th of July should be canceled this year. But in fact, it's not a metaphor. How many of you know that all across Southern California, 4th of July celebrations are in fact canceled? You guys know this? Yeah. The city-sponsored block party in downtown Los Angeles, canceled. The East LA Rockin' 4th of July concert, canceled. Outdoor movies, no, don't cheer. Outdoor movies and concerts in Rowland Heights, canceled. Freedom Walk in Whittier, celebrations in Cudahy and Huntington Park, canceled, canceled, canceled. In Bell Gardens, it's not just events today that are canceled, but every single city event between now and July 10th. And you want to know why?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because these are immigrant communities. And because of the terror, because of the kidnappings, because of the masked men, because of the unmarked vans, because of the wailing children, because of the cramped, overcrowded detention centers, because of the lack of food, the denial of lawyers, the medical deprivation, the lack of water, the 56 men in a cramped cell sharing one open pit toilet with no privacy.
Trump must go now! Trump must go now! Trump must go now! Trump must go now! Trump must go now!
protesters have decided to incorporate their signs into the umbrellas to avoid the extreme heat while still being able to display their message. We got a lady dressed up like the Statue of Liberty. Fascism.org, that's another organization. So the protesters are now marching towards the White House, just moments away from President Trump signing the so-called Big Beautiful Bill into law. Now these protesters are chanting, Trump must go now, you know, resist fascism, things of that nature. And, you know, things seem to be picking up and getting interesting, so we'll see if anything crazy happens. Protesters are continuing down 14th Street Northwest, about to pass Rhode Island Avenue Southwest. I'm sorry, Northwest. Fascists in the White House. That's a good one. No thanks, I already have one. That's all.
Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. Trump.
Now it's no Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. Right over here is where BLM Plaza used to be before they removed it just a few months ago. That is where we currently are now. And the White House is just down the street up ahead. President Trump must be getting ready to sign his big beautiful bill into law. And the protesters are nearing the vicinity. So we've made it over to the White House here on the 4th of July. President Trump is in there right now, likely getting ready to sign his big beautiful bill into law. And he actually barricaded the vicinity very well. He was probably anticipating some kind of demonstration or protest, you know, no surprise there. A lot of people are very unhappy with the big beautiful bill, and I'm sure he's aware of that. But the protesters have set a stage just a few feet from the barrier where they're likely going to do, the remainder of their demonstration. And it looks like they're not going to get too close to the White House, given that there's barriers. Although there are openings within the barriers, there's still barriers up, and security has been heightened as well. So we'll see if they decide to approach the White House or do anything of that sort. But in the meantime, protesters are here, they got a stage set up, and they're ready to kick off the rest of their demonstration.
Let's say DEI, deport every illegal. These must be the agitators that the guy was referring You're good, you're good.
Tony, I know what's up. That was crazy. You better get with the program. We back. We back.
Hello, how are you doing today?
Fine.
And your name is?
Melly.
Melly, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Miles. So what brings you out here to DC on the 4th of July?
So we came out to DC because there was some major events have taken place. For one, we had what they call the Big Bad Bill, which has passed, and we're happy about that. And the other thing was to represent the freedom of the United States. So we're glad that the 14th Amendment has now been, I guess, resurrected again as the amendment for the descendants of the slaves. Because for too long, the immigrants have been coming in and benefiting from that amendment that don't belong to them. So that's the reason why we're out here today.
All right. Can you tell me a little bit more about your organization, and what it's called, and what it stands for?
Okay, so we're Chicago Flip Red. And one of the major things about our organization is we're for the people. So we believe in the organization being for the people, which is established by the people. We're just regular citizens of Chicago, Illinois, who was fed up with the things that was taking place. The governor and the mayor of Chicago, Illinois does not care about the citizens. They don't listen. And one of the things that they did was they placed illegal immigrants into the black community and displaced the legal citizens of America, which caused to make homelessness go up. So one of the things with Chicago Flip Red is we're coming for those seats. We're taking over and we're getting those Democratic people out of office, and we're putting new people in. No longer will we support the Democrats. We need someone who's going to be in office for the people, which clearly the Democrats are not capable of doing.
All right. Final question. So, as you know, we're all aware, Illinois and especially Chicago is a traditionally left-leaning, super blue Democrat state and city. How would you say is the best way to flip both Chicago and Illinois red going forward?
Moving forward through education, through teaching people their rights and educating them on what they can do to prevent this, which is one thing they can do, is to do like we have done. We've gotten active, and it has been very beneficial to get active. So we're encouraging people to get active. We're registering people to vote and take back their community. No longer will we have like the disrespect that goes on in Chicago, Illinois. One, they're influencing our children in the wrong way. And another thing that they're doing is they're stealing the profits. You know, they're raising taxes and they're giving our money to everyone else except for the citizens of Chicago. So the corruption has to stop, and it stops here. So we're going to do that as we continue to do it like we've been doing it. It's through education and through documentation.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.